Really, if I was being polite, I'd say, well, let's have dessert and then you can all come back afterwards and listen to me. But you're so imprisoned and I'm really grateful for that, so I'm just going to keep you here a little bit longer. The book is only 2 pages, with a little bit of preface that I'm now making up. I have to recognise my family. Who knows where to begin with their family? There's my mother, who's Scorpio steel behind a velvet mantle. There are my soul sisters who could probably just wave. So when you talk about better for worse for Richard Pokora, that's them for many years. You guys don't know who you are, just wave. Go on, don't be shy. No, they're not, but anyway. And there's my children. Where do you start with your children?
They're fabulous.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. My children are just I can't believe my children mind because I know what I did as a mother, and some of it was pretty execrable. And then my children turn out to be these most amazing people, but they do tell me they raised themselves. So I guess I'm off the hook there. They did an awfully good job, and they have given me so much support. So, where are you guys? Isaac, Reagan, and Ivana? Where's Ivana?
Behind
And the other wonderful thing, apart from the fact that these people have given me incredible support, particularly with this wedding, while all the time there have been these little things about, you sure you really want to marry this man? They've been generous with that stuff. They've been generous putting me through the mill to make sure that I knew what I was doing. It wasn't personal. Don't think it was personal about me. And then they brought these wonderful spouses in, like these beautiful, absolutely yes, I'm lost for words now. I'm a words person. These wonderful people into my life. So we have Fiona and Carlo and Andrew. So you guys wave, please, or yeah. Double the amazing people, and I bear no guilt for them at all. So that's such a wonderful thing in my life. And then they have all these children. So now I've got 10 absolutely beautiful grandchildren who are the pride and joy of my life and who have been raised, and I think this is new in Western culture since this country was invaded. They've been raised with extreme gentleness and kindness, and no one's had to struggle about, should I smack my kids or not? There's just none of that. And I think very much in common, a lot of people here will recognise that in their grandchildren, that they have been raised so kindly. And if there's anything that gives us hope in the future of the world, that's it. That's that generation who've known so much goodness and kindness from their parents. So, yeah. What else could you say about young people? My theme today is a little bit, so it goes on from that, because I want to talk about how this wedding is actually a whole lot more about you than about me and Gordon. This wedding is really about you. So Laurie's going to display this thing, which I'm just about to prove to you, makes this wedding about you. So this is what I really wanted to wear. My speech won't make any sense unless you see this. But this thing is really go-karting. This stuff out here. Fabulous big skirt. The big skirt is what I think of as a wedding dress. It's just my dream wedding dress. My daughters grilled me. Oh, my mother grilled me. Oh, there I was standing there thinking, I just love this dress. I love the way I look. I'm 20 again. And they wouldn't let me. In fact, they said, do you want to be tasteful or happy? Happy is about me, tasteful is about you. Look what I sacrificed. It's about you. Anyway.
Let's get changed.
Before my speech started, here I stand in my funny frock, a parody of Muslim beauty, in an outmoded institution proven not always to be good for women, having referred to a largely repudiated divine entity, to take lifetime vows which I have failed once before in this lifetime. The thing is, this wedding was always much more about you than about us. I offer my grateful thanks to those many who responded to our invitation, with open and frank delight, generous sense of help, and an enormous enthusiasm to be here. Thank you so much, and that was an awful lot of you. There was another conversation that went something like this. Why do we have to go? I hardly know the woman. Oh, come on, free food. Dirt road, my white car, and a glass or two. They're hardly having any booze. Look at the invitation. Anyway, you have to go. It's bad form not to turn up to a wedding unless you have a really good excuse. I have a good excuse. I want to watch the film. Honey, you have to go. Why? Why do I? Because you're the groom. Look at this handsome man. Is he not a prize? A few years back, I daily flagged a grantor of desires with a wish for new people in my life. Someone to help with meditation, another one who lived deeper spiritual realities, someone to teach me music, not like that full flute teacher that I had years ago, another interested in a healthy lifestyle, and please, someone who was a political animal. And one more, as I embraced the tin pole that held up the veranda and attempted to melt its woodenness with I'm in the mood for love. The gargoyle of divinity pushed my way just to one piece of what, at the time, looked like human flotsam. Gordon, recently separated from the love of his life, suffering and often damned. You can't be serious! I shouted. But the ability to evoke sweet harmonies from a musical instrument transfers happily. And the hand of God in your back is implacable. Gordon is like a Booker Prize novel, to be read many times in many ways, to marvel at its intricacies, to be awed by complexities, to find both easy and difficult but never really understand it, to be alternately mystified and inspired by creation as a human being changes. Dear reader, I married him. How then is this wedding more about you than us? Many of you know that 3 weeks ago I was involved in a horror car crash that could have killed 5 people. No one who's seen the vehicles knows how anyone came out alive, let alone with relatively minor injuries. What happened is a novel, but what I most remember is the extraordinary intensity of absolute strangers and a long chain of rescue brought to saving my life, and that was a personal one. It wasn't my life, it was any life. From the bystander who supported my unconscious jaw to the specialist who meticulously combed my body for injury, each effort was an art of design for my gracious well-being. Whether we consciously know it or not, the grand overarching design in which we are all participants brings us to love each other with total commitment and ferocity. Underneath it all, and uncorrupted by the fact of disasters we bring on ourselves and others, we powerfully design the best for each other. And we define the best in all its tragedy and comedy, its hapless weeping and helpless mirth, as having life. I know I'm not the only woman who, under the spell of her intense and overwhelming love for a firstborn child, worried about where the heart would find room for a subsequent infant. But love knows that, and love expands infinitely, deliriously with every opportunity. You're here, family and friends, each one of you from the youngest to the oldest, because my love for Gordon and his love for me heightens, intensifies and magnifies our connection to you. You're high quality people, living from integrity, good intention and entrepreneurial spirit. You inspire us, we admire you. We hope to live up to you in your magnificent love. You're in this setting because our hosts belong to a people who've known, over more than 200 years, all the depredations of climate change, of an implacable, overwhelming force that inevitably changes everything you know, except for the stubborn fact of your connection to each other. They inspire us, we admire them, we hope to live up to their magnificent lives. We gather here because our deepest desire is to nurture you, feed you, embrace you, celebrate you, but more than anything, you're here because our very deep desire is that you can meet each other. We're previously known as complete strangers in a way that dissolves all previous boundaries and affirms that deep connection we hold for each other. Our hope for you is that you find each other, listen to each other's stories, be astounded Because from youngest to oldest, the life stories in this room are incredible. And some of you will remember our names. We thank you from our heart for being here and we wish you life and love and more.